All right, guys, welcome to episode two of the Lifestyle Loops podcast. We're back again. Um, I just wanted to start this one off, I think, on behalf of everyone on the podcast, just to say that the reception has been extremely, extremely positive. It's actually kind of taken me aback multiple times. So, yeah, it's just to say, thanks very much for all of the support, all the questions, all the engagement, all the likes, shares on whatever platform it is, and as well, just if you even spoke to myself, I'm sure you guys as well got it, in the gym or in person. It's very, very cool, and it's gone down very well. So, yeah, we'll hopefully this will be something that we keep rolling for quite a while. But yeah, this is obviously the Christmas episode. If you can't tell, those of you on YouTube, let me.
Hi, what's your sweatshirt say, Jake? Oh, he's got the lights.
I've got the lights. I've got the lights
Here for the presents. I'm here for the off plans.
here for the off plans, as usual. Jake, Ben, and Jerry's buyers.
Oh, that
Um,
stage name.
I think they actually you do need to put that one in.
Jake
Yeah,
BJ.
No,
That's
it's
it
mate, there's no
better.
PJ in there. You need the and.
yeah, definitely. It's a bit suspect otherwise. Um, yeah, I wanted to kick this podcast off, just to I think provide a bit of background as well, because one of the questions I kept getting from people that are kind of out of the know was, but why is it called Lifestyle Loops? Why is the name of the podcast what it is? So, I think Mr. Byers, you're probably the best person to
Like,
tackle this one.
so the group of us three and Darren, obviously, we're obviously trying to get into the gym at the same time and would always probably be texting each other like when are you gonna be in? And I think one day I just decided to make the group chat between us four to send a message in like, is anyone gonna be in Let's Grow Legs this evening?
Which is the leg room in the dock?
Yeah. Someone actually texted me saying that is where's the leg kit in the dock? And I'm like, mate, the whole joke is
It's
that
in Let's Go
leg room,
Legs.
yeah, it's next door. Like it's completely separate.
No.
But yeah, it actually stayed unnamed for a while, I think.
Hmm.
And then the Naughty Boy Way flavor, it's copyrighted. Hopefully they haven't trademarked that. But I just decided, that's quite funny because sometimes we get on like we're lifestyle
Well,
instead of
you technically are lifestyle as well.
yeah.
You were bringing the lifestyle element.
There you go. Me and Darren were holding up the
On Dominic.
lifestyle element.
I think myself as well. At times, I was getting a few
At times you
lifestyle
were.
allegations
Few
from
too many
yourself.
whackers.
Yeah,
Uh,
the weekly wakas.
we've had two podcasts here, and Waka's been mentioned twice. They may start
It's iconic for
start
me.
paying us sponsorship here.
But yeah, that was it. And I thought it was just a funny play on words because lifestyle and then it's a way flavor and
Yeah,
doesn't love way. So that's literally the backstory.
yeah. I think obviously, Jake, you've done J3U now, so you,
Oh,
you know you're an expert now. But back in I can remember sort of the early days when Jake had only started training for a couple of months. He would ask me a couple of questions. I would respond with something. And to be fair, sometimes my response was not, by the book of bodybuilding. It would just be, like I still follow, like I still eat macros most days. Like I'll not follow a, strict meal plan. The response that Jake used to always come back to me with was, oh, but your lifestyle. So,
that is so lifestyle. I still get
yeah.
that macro approach. Like my head would be gone if I tried to track macros for a day. I don't know about you, Butcher, but like I
Yeah,
lose the plot.
I just stress out for no reason.
I
I
do
remember speaking.
160 grams cream of rice, 200 grams dates from a
It's
pre-workout meal, and
mate,
then it's like, where's my carbs?
it's even when you get
67
into
grams
like
of fat.
you see people do like 17 grams of almond butter just
Oh,
to
I hate that.
fucking
Like,
get
come
like the
on.
last 12 grams of fat to match the macros. I
I
was
feel
kind
like I've wanted to talk about that on Instagram before, and it's like being I've definitely talked to clients about it before. Being that level of accurate will burn you out eventually.
oh,
If
100%.
you're
Yeah.
if you're weighing your whey, it always happens with whey. Everyone's like 51 grams of whey, and I'm like, mate, the 1 gram is doing fuck
Fuck
all.
all. Yeah.
You're
Some
just
days,
self mental fatigue.
mate, that whole scenario you've just described, I would pay attention to that if I was in the last 6 weeks of a prep. Prior to
Yeah,
that, I just don't
fair
give a
enough.
fuck. Like I do it all the time, and obviously I'm using my fitness pal, probably the only person in this group chat that's still using my fitness pal. But I'll just log it as 60 grams. If there's 64, 63, and I don't think twice about it.
To be
Um,
fair, pushing 4 grams,
If it's one or two, if it's one or two,
that's one thing I'll say. If you're in a push-up as well, if something's meant to be 50 grams and you do 51 or 49, I don't stress over that. But see, once you get into a diet, I think that's when you need
yeah,
it to the gram, especially in a
yeah,
prep, you
yeah.
know.
No, I agree with that.
I
100%.
would, if it did happen to me though, I would always just go like the lower number. I would
Oh
just make
yeah,
sure it
never go
wasn't
above.
over. I would
Yeah,
just make sure it wasn't over. But if I weighed something out and it was supposed to be 50 or 50 grams away and I'd weighed out 49, I'd just fucking
Yeah.
leave it. I don't
It,
care.
yeah.
it happens
That's
nearly every night with my dark chocolate. It'll be like I weigh out 14, and every time I'll say the same joke to myself. Like I won't say it out loud, but in my head I'll just be like,
Just
"Wait,
in the kitchen.
waking up shredded tomorrow." Like
yeah,
sweet, sweet. I'll never go over, but 14's fine instead of 15.
The thing
yeah,
is, I find it all just balances out. Like you see
Oh,
what
it does.
you know the way I don't have a rice cooker, so I like do mine in the pot on the
yeah.
hob and put the boiling water in. I'll lose like a good 5, 6 grams of rice just through it, like falling
Stuck to
through.
the sides, falling through
Yeah,
shit.
I'll
Yeah,
lose a good amount of rice. So then if I'm like 2 grams over on a cream of rice, I'm like, well, it's balancing out anyway.
And then
yeah,
you're also doing probably your steps probably change very like 1,000 a day. So there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
calorie burn
yeah.
that's changing. So it does.
Oh.
If you're stressing over being so exact, yeah, are you also hitting your steps to the exact number every single day?
I've seen like coaches taking a photo of like coaching sheets people have filled in, and they've literally put like 10,137 steps.
That's what I do.
I used to do that,
You
and then now I'm just
you
like,
just
mate,
round up.
yeah.
It's in my health app though. So I just open my health app and check what's yesterday. Like it's less fatigue actually just trying to round the number up.
I mean, the Aura app does that too, but like, I'll be honest, if I'm on 7,500 steps, which I am at the minute, I'm probably gonna do 7,500 steps. If I'm over, I'll add, I'll write what it is. Like if I've done 8,000, I'll write 8,000 in. But most days, I just fucking go and write 7,500 in. I really don't care about it. If I was on prep though, different story. Like again, I think I was like going into the minute details every
Oh,
day.
you know.
Um, but no, like I'm still on macros. I still, some people look at me like I have two heads. I was on macros my entire prep. But when I say that, I basically do eat the meal plan. I have the same meals. I'm not the type of person that's going into Tesco's and going, oh, here, like I fancy making like chicken curry, like just rice, chicken, and some curry sauce on top. Like I do eat the same meals. So
What about high days?
I don't have high days at the minute, mate. But
What gets
if I
thrown
was
in?
on prep, if I was on prep, I may have experimented a tad. Um,
Oh,
the
keep your food
funniest thing
selection the same.
The funniest thing about that is I do remember at the time, like Charlie Everall had a Nando's on his high days. I will be doing that. I'm gonna be honest if I need to or want to next time around. But I remember getting a diet break, being on nearly 3,000 calories, and I was thinking, I actually think I was talking to you about this, Matt. I was like, I wonder, like, should I get a Nando's? And I was like, no, because I don't want my food focus to go out of control.
Yeah,
So I'll
100%.
just buy something that's like higher in carbs, like from the shop, that's just dead on. Um, and that's where the Nutri-Lean obsession started. And then a year after prep, I found out that there was a severe case of mislabeling. So long
Oh,
story short, on my high days, I think I was having like 100 grams extra carbs than I was intending to. Which, when AJ hears this, well, not that he's listening, but if he heard that, he would probably be thinking, fucking hell, that probably explains why there was a moment 8 weeks out where I thought I'd fucked it, but in
fuck, we're
actuality,
behind.
I was just holding a lot of water, mate.
Just
I was just holding a lot of water from the diet.
15 protein balls.
Yeah, 15's flavor, the goat. Um, but no, yeah. Obviously, this is the Christmas episode. Not too much time has passed since the last one, but how are we all looking for Christmas? Suppose we want to run through a bit of an update on ourselves or anything
Uh,
exciting this week.
I'm happy enough to go ahead. I was furnacing for a while after my diet, and by that I mean I was implementing more food like every few days. Body weight was dropping loads, but then for 2 weeks they just like pounds just started sticking. So I went from like 175 on average to like 179 within 2 weeks. So I dropped my food down a little bit, mainly just through like dropping the high day totals because I'm running high days on my full body days. So it's only like a 20 carb difference between my normal training days. So my body weight's ticking down a little bit, but like training. I was saying this in a YouTube video I vlogged yesterday, and it's like I'm shocked how well I'm training at below 180 pounds. Like
Hmm.
I'm sticking on 2.5 kilo aside on the Arsenal leg press, and I'm matching reps with.
Yeah.
Yesterday I done an extra set of hacks just because I fucking felt good. So training is like ridiculously good, even with that body weight coming down a little bit this week. In terms of off plans coming up and like my approach to the Christmas period. I'm not teaching anyone how
Here we
to
go.
approach it, but I'm not running any off plans till Christmas Day, and it will only be Christmas Day and then the lifestyle loops, the Christmas dinner on the 27th. But that's really an update for me. Training's flying. Condition, I did note when body weight was coming up. If you follow me, I do like harp on about assessing your visuals and comparing them to like past visuals to make sure you're staying on top of your composition. I did note that midsection and quads were like fading like notably, but that's coming back now. Like I'm back to like striated quads, like really sharp in the morning, midsection sharpening up in the mornings again, so that's nice to see. It's never nice to see that condition like fading away post diet, but we've reeled it back in. We're staying tight for Christmas.
Well, it's sort of a necessary evil, losing the condition at times as well. But no, I think honestly that scenario you've just described is probably one of the most rewarding phases for
Oh,
me now. Like I literally like you're talking about, you've hardly added that much body weight. You're really light by your standards, but your strength's flying. That actually, like, I was near smiling whenever you said it, because like that's kind of what I'm going through at the moment as well after my diet. But for me, it's so much more satisfying than like, being like peak push up or
it
anything like
is
that.
the most rewarding, as you say, and just most enjoyable. Because see,
Yeah.
once you start, it's at the peak. Maybe peak body weight training might be the most fun, but food isn't the most fun getting
You
it
look absolutely horrendous as well.
that as
Yeah.
well. But now coming out of the diet, you love every meal. So constantly getting more food is just like a tingling sensation. Training, you're loving your life in the gym, and then you post workout, and you're like, fuck, I'm still vascular everywhere. And it's
Mm.
like all three variables are good, and you don't really have that any other phase of bodybuilding, which
Yeah.
is nice.
100%. Butcher, anything to add on your end?
Nothing's really happened to be fair. I've
You're
just been ticking
boring
away.
content.
No, I mean I just nail all variables and just monotonous in my process. It's just the same
What
thing every
monotony.
day.
Three
Um,
cookies.
He nearly
I don't,
flattened a youngster in the posing room today.
mate,
Like that was funny.
you missed that, Jake. So I was, oh, well, it started with Paul in the fucking toilet. So I was, so I'd finished my push session, come into Let's Go Legs, which is where the posing room is for people who don't know. Was heading down the back. CBam was on you were on like the leg extension or something,
Yeah,
weren't
the
you?
prime selectorized leg extension.
Yeah. And I dumped my bags in the posing room, turned the light on, was like, right, I'll take a piss. So I've got like an extra tight vacuum here. Went into the toilet, opened the door. Fucking Paul Smith's just standing there with his cock out, pissing in the toilet, and I was like, "Oh fuck's sake!" It's like you could have just locked the door.
Yeah.
In his defense, so they've changed the lock on the
The
door,
doors, yeah.
slightly different.
I think it
Um,
was funnier because you were you just went, fuck me, does the lock on the door not work? That actually changed the locks on the doors that day.
so I didn't even close the door as well. I just kind of like pushed it over, and then like 10 seconds later, just hear the door being like slammed shut.
Oh,
Um, and then as I was chatting to CBam, we were laughing about that. And this wee kid goes to walk into the posing room, and I was like, "Sorry, mate, I'm using the posing room at the minute." And he just goes, "Huh?" And I was like, "I'm using the posing room," and he just kept going, "What'd you say?" It's like he didn't understand me,
Yeah,
and I kept saying, "I'm about to use the posing room. You can't go in there, and you can't pose." And he just kept looking at me, and I was like, "What the fuck's he doing?" And
yeah.
then eventually he got the message and just walked away.
Let's see, the
So
sign on the door says occupied. I
I know.
swear.
So
Um,
that was funny. But
you know
yeah.
that the sorry, wait to interrupt. You know the in use and like vacant sign.
yeah.
Mm.
There's no need for that at all. In JP's, he has it because there's no lock on the door. So it's
Yeah, but we
actually,
have a lock.
yeah. So that I think it's just stupid. Like,
So do I. It's if the
yeah,
door's locked, don't get on like a cock. I remember there was a few times I've been in, and I don't want to name drop, but like there's one like
Is it
serial offender who
the
like
guy who opens the door and
it
no?
bangs on the door, and it's like, brother, like I'm literally stood here,
If
like,
it's the same guy
stop me,
we're thinking about, this guy actually got a coin out of his fucking bag and turned the
right?
lock, opened the door, and said to me, "Do you have long left?"
what the fuck?
Yeah, like that's hectic. For me, yeah, I mean, I said the Rob, it's just a total different conversation, but I said you should probably have a camera in there because realistically, it's like there shouldn't be any issues with that. Anybody that's going in and seriously posing, they're fucking posting it on socials anyway. I couldn't care less. But obviously, there's been like, reports of weird things that have gone on in there, people writing fuck off on the wall and stuff. And it's like, yeah, DJs everywhere, but. No, just right. I think there's quite a lot of. Sure, did it not happen the other night as well? Like
Hmm.
I was leaving the gym and we both kind of looked at each other, Matt, whenever these two like 12-year-olds just went into the
Oh, the
lounge
wee
room after
kids.
me. Yeah, and it's like
So
it's mad.
you were finishing up and I was doing legs,
Yeah,
and
I
these three like literal 12-year-olds all walked down to the posing room and went in, and they must have been in there for about half an hour.
Well, we're going to talk about
We're going on to the topic, aren't
this
we're
we?
is
going on
kind
to
of
the
what
topic, but
we wanted to talk about.
it's just me. Like for me, it's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we going in to hit a most muscular for? Like, you know,
But
and
they
realistically,
also,
if they're 12, right? Like, what are you doing? What are you even doing in the gym? Like, you'll be going home and your dinner will probably be spaghetti hoops and two slices of white bread or like a good fella's
chicken
pizza.
dippers
Where's the
and
Turkey
protein?
dinosaurs, like.
Exactly. Like, oh, mate, good to see you nailing the protein. Um, but yeah, do we want to delve into that now then, or like,
well, do you want to quickly update us on how you're doing?
yeah, I'll finish on my side. All good really for me. Jake's kind of touched on it. The scenario he's in, although he's probably a fair bit leaner than me, is kind of similar to myself in that I'm just slowly pushing things up on the food side. Saying that, food's kind of been stagnant for like the last, what, 3, 4 weeks now. I'm just keen to stay, as lean as possible and not actually add too much body weight to where I'm at before prep. So, yeah, the ideal here is to just not rip the arse out of it over Christmas, which I'm pretty confident in my ability to do so at this stage. The only year I did that was post prep, which was a great experience. We've learned from that one.
You're this is a push up. This is an odd push up for you though, because your
Yeah,
appetite, you are quite hungry at the minute. You wouldn't mind a bit more food, wouldn't you not?
I wouldn't mind more food, but I'm just kind of telling myself that, like everything, everything is just geared towards next year for me now. I actually don't really care about like now. Like I'm obviously motivated by progressions in the gym and how I'm looking. Um, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, I need to have 3 plates on the Arsenal pendulum by the time May or April rolls around here. So can I please have, 500 extra calories and gain a
But
couple of kilo. I
that
don't care at all.
that
Um,
Arsenal pendulum seeing the door when you diet though. That
yeah,
you don't hold on to that in a diet like.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens there, but I've been progressing well on it the last couple of
Well,
weeks
have you
though.
actually? Yeah, I haven't touched it in ages. Just generally the most disgusting resistant profile there is.
I haven't done it in ages because that Saturday leg session I was always like traveling. So I
Yeah.
was like was never in the gym for it and then I just never went back to doing it when I came out of the diet. So
Do you still Smith machine squat?
Tim took that out. No. But that was good fun. I really enjoyed running that and I'm glad I did run it for a good while. But I'm kind of glad it's not in at the minute. I much prefer the prime hack.
The prime hack's
Uh,
so good.
It's lovely, like really, really nice. So
stuff. Um,
Well,
yeah. Jake, do you want to touch
no,
on obviously?
I started off to be fair. I mean,
No, I mean on the next topic is in the youngsters and
the
that.
kiddies, the youth
uh,
club.
I sent into the group chat the other night at the cable stack, so it's generally like a fucking concert. It's actually I have a different take on it because like yous have ones that you just hate and you're like, yep, they're on the hate list now. I don't see if I see any of even the stupid exercises with the yeah, we'll say the Vulcan extensions on the prime plate loaded pull down. If I see you do that, I'll look and be like, that's a bit odd. But see if I see you taking the set to failure, I do not care at all because the way I look at my training, I incorporate quite a lot of science or nuance in my programming. So if I just look at that movement, I'm like, he's doing the function of the lat, and he's training it to failure. He's gonna build muscle. If he actually enjoys that over doing a regular pull down or a regular row, crack on. I wouldn't enjoy sticking my elbow in a Vulcan extension, no harm. But like even some of the other science-based ones, like I literally seen them. Yeah, they're a big fan of their dead stopping movements. Have you noticed this? But
Especially, you know, that cuffed like tricep push down.
yeah,
They do. They just fucking bang the weight and stop and then
Oh, yes, yeah, yeah. I have
but
seen
it's
that.
like if I see you do that, you're being a knobhead in the gym and you're leaving like 3 reps in the tank on a fucking push down, cuff push down at the forearm, with half the range of motion, and you're not taking that the full way. Like I will start to judge you, but see if you're actually grinding through reps and you're pushing yourself, even if they're stupid exercises, crack on. I do some stupid shite in the gym like I'm walking about barefoot half the time, and I'd say people don't appreciate that, but it's
When you say
it's
barefoot, do you have your socks on?
no, like I take
no,
my
he's got his
No,
calves out. He'll
Will
do
has
like an
the dogs out in the
Arsenal
gym.
strength leg press and then just
I
walk
do
about.
my prime hack, my hammer strength leg press, Arsenal leg press, my pull from the floor, all calves out. Feels better, you know.
It does, to
But
be
that's
fair.
why you've got the Birkenstocks though. So you put the Birks on in between.
Yeah, sometimes I forget, but I don't like walk. I'm not walking about the whole. I'm not doing laps of the gym in my calves, but I'm sitting there barefoot. Like
I mean, it's a different conversation, but I actually, so I used to leg press with my socks on because I just can't get the dogs out in the gym. But um, I now I do it with the Vivos on. And I actually prefer how it feels with the Vivos. It's
I mean,
strange.
see, trying to do the Arsenal pendulum in socks though, like you're playing with fire. That platform's the slippiest thing.
Slippiest thing, yeah.
That's what actually got me to start training barefoot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially, do you remember like in the summer when the gym it was so humid. It would be like it would be fucking raining outside, but it would feel like 15, 20 degrees. And you come in,
Yeah.
the mirrors are all steamed up. You go to grab the metal plates and they're still
Yes, they were wet. Yeah,
The
but
yeah.
they're
plates are
completely
sweating for
soaked.
fuck's sake.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
They're soaked, and then you jump onto the pendulum and you literally your feet were just
Slip
slipping all over
inside.
the place. So dogs were warranted then, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That I wish that was the Atlantis pendulum, to be honest. We get sidetracked so easily, but
Yeah.
fuck me, that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlantis pendulum's so
There's
nice.
something about like holding on to something out here for
It's
Out
me
here
funny,
that
rather than
yeah, rather than
uh,
here. It's
so
taken me
funny.
so long to like pattern this and like actually like where I want to hold on to this. Do I want to
Mhm.
hold on to the little grips? Do I want to hold on to the pad like or the
Yeah,
bar? And yeah, it's for me, it's not ideal.
I'm almost I'm almost having that issue with the prime hack, like how far in front do I grab?
Yeah.
Because obviously the handles you could in theory grab it out here, couldn't
Why
you?
don't you
I do,
grab?
to
Why
be
don't you
fair.
grab down
Like,
low on the?
Oh, the bottom ones
I've seen a boy
underneath,
doing that.
like the
Um,
old Watson one we used to have. Do you remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Jesus.
That thing was an absolute mate. Oh, Jake, have you ever used that Watson hack?
I've used one in Uri, but I don't know if it's the same because I actually like this Watson hack in
Is the
Uri.
one in Yuri the one with the pneumatic pump thing in the back?
I don't think so.
No. Um, yeah, this thing was mad, mate. Like it was so heavy. Like two plates on it. You felt like your knee was about to slap. Like honestly.
That's when the reverse banding came out.
Yeah.
You know what I low key
Genuinely
missed
couldn't do
though?
it.
When the leg stuff was still in Let's Grow Upper, like the squat press under the TV beside the
Mm.
toilet. That
Mm.
was cool. I didn't get that for long, but it was cool.
I was actually talking about this today and how like everything used to be in there because I was talking to Reese, one of my clients, for a while about how, the setups changed so much and I just remembered the scenario where Willie was he had like mate, there was no space on the glute drive, like the actual bar. It was just covered totally with plates. And he was like, he had asked me, mate, can you give me a spot? And straight away I was thinking, well,
What
if
the-
you fail here, what the fuck do I have to hold on to? And sure as hell, he got to like rep 8, failed, and I couldn't pull him up. Now, I think I'd been with, AJ for like 6 months. I wasn't really that clued in the gym in comparison to how I am now. And mate, like I could not pull this cunt out of the hole. Had to start taking plates off. Some other guy ran over as well. And yeah, it was hectic, but it's crazy how like much has changed in there. Like the glute drive, yeah, used to be over on that side. The Cybex hack,
I was about to say
yeah,
Cybex hack, but then that lying leg press right beside the toilet.
yeah,
And
yeah,
if you were on on the hack squat or the either the hack squat, the Cybex squat press, or that leg press, and someone had taken a massive shite,
yeah, it wasn't
and
great.
the door just being slightly opened, it was fucking bogging like
Yeah, it wasn't
it's
great.
horrendous.
The
I think
toilets
that's
in that
just the
place are not
nostalgia
good.
factor. It's definitely far better now, but
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's cool thinking back to
It's
There was
when
a better
way
vibe in the
better.
gym though. There was a better vibe back then
Yeah.
because it
yeah,
was a little more condensed. But
Yeah.
all
it now
the
is like
youth
10
club,
times as good.
literally.
Obviously the clientele at the moment contribute to that as well, but yeah, for me, it doesn't really bother me. It's more so like, look, at the end of the day, everybody has a right to be in the gym. I think it's just that the gym that we train at, the dock for everyone that, is listening, it's kind of marketed as the bodybuilding gym in Northern Ireland. It's certainly one of them. And I would say it's certainly a landmark destination as far as kit goes on the island of Ireland as a whole. Um, but I'm not sure if there's no like age recommendation at the minute or what, but there's some kids in like Jake, the ones you saw, they look like they're about 12. And like fair
Not
play.
even, maybe younger,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
younger.
Like I know I'm making jokes about like spaghetti hoops and they probably don't even, get 100 grams of protein in a day, so training's not going to be doing much, but there is a lot worse things you could be doing, at that age. And it's I think the gym's a good place to be because especially for me, like it's just basically just transformed the way I view life and my habits and everything. It's probably one of the best things you can ever do, but fuck me, like, for it to be a bodybuilding gym and there's about five of them around one machine doing Keenan flaps with the Vulcan on the prime pull down, it is a bit it is a bit much at times. And I think as well, for me, when I was that age or when I was 16 starting training, I was actually talking to Andres about this, who he's a pro, like pro PCA bodybuilder for everyone else. Um, and one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But like, it's crazy how like it seems like nowadays nobody's looking at him or even like, not to big myself up or mat yourself too. Nobody's looking at us and thinking,
Well,
oh, yeah, yeah, Jake Byers as well. Yeah, Nate, you're like literally you're only probably a couple of years older than them. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
yeah.
I'm near a dinosaur here at this stage. It's like, oh, nobody's looking at us and going, oh, those guys are quite big, like, well, the days I'm wearing a vest or whatever, those guys are quite big. They might know what they're talking about. Maybe I'll copy them. Back whenever I was starting training, that's literally how I would have thought. I would have been too scared to probably speak to the likes of me or Andres or Matt, but that's how I would have thought. I would have been like watching what the biggest guys in the gym were doing, trying to copy them. Whereas now that just doesn't seem to be the case. You see people with fucking, yeah, like resistance bands in weird places and foam rollers around their arms, and it's like,
Like,
bro, at what stage did we fuck up so badly?
I think it's like a whole social media COVID thing because I
Mm.
feel like these kids just like skipped a few years of like life lessons and then
Yeah,
just wound up in the gym. And I'm like, for me, the thing that annoys me is just like the lack of respect. It's like
yeah,
when we all first started going to the gym, maybe, well, yeah, I suppose you as well, Jake. It was like the fucking big bodybuilders, you would just like, you wouldn't want to get in their way.
yeah.
You would almost be like, this, they need this more than I do. Let them do
Oh
whatever they
yeah,
do.
see if I seen peak Josh Coyle in
Mate,
warehouse, because he
fucking
used to train
Coiler.
in warehouse. See if I seen him, I would generally fucking run.
yeah,
My jaw fucking dropped the first time I saw Coiler. I was like,
yeah,
Jesus, just leave him. Like, but
yeah.
yeah, it's just like the lack of respect, and they're all just like even the posing room thing. So what? Why do you need the posing room? Like me, CBam, fucking Andres, Graham, like even other big Polish
Jake
guy.
Byers.
I Jake, yeah, Jake,
Adrian, did you say?
Adrian, yeah. It's like people like us. We're actually competing. We need the posing room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the purpose of the posing room is for bodybuilders. And I think the social media aspects around it because these people are like, oh, well, I'm going to post workout and then post it on my TikTok. And they're not even like actually needing the posing room. Go do that in the fucking changing room instead.
yeah. Do you
Here's a
know
question though. Wait, before you go, CBam. You know the way you said the docks like perceived as the bodybuilding gym in the country?
the mecca of bodybuilding?
Is
Mm.
there any other gyms that have that like idea like surrounding them? Because it's so perceived that the dock is this bodybuilding atmosphere, but it really isn't.
No, it's not the atmosphere. But the thing is, see, like when I first joined, it was like back in
Mm.
2022, even 2023, the vibe there was completely different. And since then, like more and more kids have come. And don't get me wrong, some of them are actually pretty sound. They,
Like Reese
I
will
was
go
about to say
for
Reese is
Restop
like
514. Yeah,
you
best
need,
client.
you need to get a surname in there too.
Reese Toll. Reese
He,
Toll. No, he's probably like one of my standout clients. That's who we're referring to here. And he wants to learn, he's got the right mindset about everything. And to be honest, his training puts a hell of a lot of guys in that gym to shame.
Oh, definitely.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. But he's like he'll be respectful. He'll come up if you're doing something he wants to know about, he'll ask it in a nice way. If he wants to jump on a machine, he'll do it in a nice way. Like it's these other kids that are coming in squads of fucking 10, 20. I've been in the gym where there's literally been about 50 kids. It feels like I'm at a youth club.
Youth club. Yeah.
And I'm trying to work towards some very big bodybuilding goals, and I'm surrounded by a load of 12-year-olds. And it's like the whole vibe has completely changed. And it's by far the best kitted gym in the country. But then in terms of the atmosphere, it really does put you off when you're trying to train. And I
Yeah.
had to like
Yeah.
swap around what time I'm actually training in the gym to
Yeah,
avoid them.
see the rest of them. If they got on like race and asked questions, see if all of them kids during my session came up and asked me like one quick question. I'd love it. I think that'd be so cool. But Reese is the only one that actually wants to learn.
Yeah.
They get all their information off like TikTok or something.
Yeah.
It's just like it's really getting you nowhere, and realistically, physique will talk. We'll
Yeah,
see.
literally what you just said there.
Yeah.
I actually have, spoken to Reese a few times and he's told me, some of these guys that we're talking about here have made comments to him. Like, fuck me, there was actually one of them. It's the same guy, Mr. Science Based, has said, oh, your training's not great, this, that, and the other. And I actually just thought, and I've said to him a few times, there's a few people making these comments. Literally, give yourself 2 years here, and they will be asking you, what you're doing in the gym. and how you've made so much progress and how they just look the exact same.
What
It
age
is,
is Reese?
what age is he? 16.
So is he doing his GCSEs right now?
Yeah,
Mate, that's mad. I thought I started early and I was upper sixth. Fuck,
yeah,
he's got another year on me. Yeah, I'm excited
yeah.
to see that.
It's pretty crazy. And yeah, he's got the right headspace for the sport as well. I think he'll do very well in a couple of years'
He
time.
teens 2029.
Uh, yeah, that's
Oh,
mad actually. 2029 is still be teens.
I
right.
feel old. Oh,
Oh, he's gonna take
Oh,
so
fuck me, I'll be in masters by then. Jesus Christ.
You might have hung up the
Might have
trunks
hung
one
up
day,
Jesus.
Steve.
the trunks. Aye, well, I don't know. We'll see. Life factors in that, but no, I don't think so in reality now. I just love the process too much, mate. Um, the champion of the process. But yeah, no. Um, I think for
Just one
me,
thing, it's like one thing. Do you think we can even sort out that issue of the kids though?
No,
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 no.
I genuinely can't see there's a way to resolve it. The only way to resolve it is us changing what gym we go to.
Yeah.
Lurgan.
And I
The
Lads.
don't want to do that.
the unfortunate thing is that, as I said, each one of those is a gym membership a month.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, here, Rob, I'm sorry, mate. Like, I'm a bit pissed off. You're making too much money. Sack some of these youngsters off. Of
It's the
course, that,
fucking monsters as well.
yeah,
An extra 2 quid a
bro.
session on a monster.
I've literally said this so many times. That Monster fridge literally must double the membership fees a
Yeah.
month. Because it's like a thing. Go to the gym, pick up
Mango
Mango
loco.
Mango
Loco,
Loco.
and train alongside it. That's another thing.
That's their intra carb, intra
In,
caffeine in one.
intra, yeah, intra workout carbonation as well. Really good.
Oh, that's great for the GI.
Yeah, tremendous. No, I don't think it can be resolved, to be honest. I don't see how you resolve it once you let people in. That's kind of it. And at the end of the day, I do feel like we need to say, yes, although we may have complaints and opinions, everybody has a right to be in the gym and train and want to better themselves. I think for us, the frustration is kind of just how the gym that we train in is marketed and what it used to be like. There's certain gyms you go into and the environment dictates everything. Like I've trained in Binos in Dubai. It's fucking terrible. It's full of massive bodybuilders, but it's awful because the music's generic as hell. You can't find plates. And it's also kind of full of like gymfluencer, fitfluencers. Like you'll see, I think it was Kai Green was there and then Mike Thurston, like it was a
Yeah.
good mix. Other places I've trained in, like mate, I'm just gonna say it, the Physique Club, unreal. Like a really good setup. If you were prepping out of there, yeah, big ups. If you were
Totally.
prepping out of there, like I think you would be set up so well. Like it's just a really good facility.
We actually got asked this on the Natural Physique podcast. If there was one gym you could prep out of, what would it be?
I
Was
asked
it you,
that.
Jake? Oh, it was you, Jake.
Oh,
I have three. I'll pull up my gym list. I think off the top of my head, the three that I've actually enjoyed the environment at, it's like at Newry. I could only stick Newry for maybe was that
couple
four or
months.
5 months I was
Mm.
training there before the environment just outweighed the kit. Like the kit wasn't good enough to keep up with how dead the atmosphere was. But my lists for the gyms, off the top of my head, it's Be Modified, Physique Club, and Apollo.
Mhm.
I would
Always
probably
good.
I would prep out of Arkham 100%, just because it's so quiet, but I haven't been there in ages, so
Yeah.
maybe that would change.
Only thing about Arkham, which I've
Is it
learned to just
okay?
kind of dislike, is there's no posing room.
Oh,
There's
That's a
nada
big thing
on
for
the
prep
posing
as
side.
well.
that's the only thing that knocks down Apollo for me because the posing room isn't good.
Yeah,
Mm.
where do people take their shots? If they do they not just strip off and
In
like,
the changing rooms,
yeah, Harley takes his in the changing
Harley
room.
does his
I've
in.
seen shots on the like 3G grass that they have in.
Oh, downstairs.
I think so. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Do you know one I think that's very underrated? And don't get me wrong, not every piece of kit is a winner, but I think I could definitely prep out of the compound room if I wanted to. There's some bits of kit which have now been replaced with prime pieces that
yeah, yeah.
actually would probably pull it up a bit in terms of how I ranked it previously. It's quite small, it's quite close knit. It's full of really high performance athletes. Like James literally owns it, James Melville, PCA and WNBF Pro, and like it's literally just it's right around the corner from me, so it's very handy. The posing room in there is good too. I think they actually have a posing room now rather than
rather than just upstairs.
what they had previously, which was CBam getting his kid off while the standard clientele were in doing their cardio. It's brilliant.
Will you give Lurgan a go with me when it opens
Yeah.
up?
I will, yeah, 100%. There's a workout across the road, so.
Post workout.
Brilliant post workout, mate. Nothing, no better idea, no better setup than me coming out of Lurgan on prep, smelling the honey chili chicken across the road. Fucking hell. No, I actually I would be fine. But yeah, no, I will definitely give it a go because obviously it's not too far from Lauren's house either, so we've actually been around there a few times. But we'll see how it goes. I still love the dock. It's still like home to me,
Hmm.
100%, and I love everybody in it, bar obviously yeah the
Mention
just the clientele recently anyway. I think with Christmas though, it's maybe being off school and stuff, it's a bit heightened. But yeah, um, Jake, do we want to touch on the off plan? Seeing as you said the word off plan at the start.
Yes, Lifestyle Loops off plan is confirmed December 27th, so a quick turnaround after Christmas Day. We're gonna have to really control ourselves.
Need to make sure we don't spill on Christmas Day.
The Ginza Classic. Big sushi boat. I have to phone Ginza tomorrow to inquire about their sushi boats because am I right in saying you're not getting the boat with us? You're doing your own rules like
I'll
this.
do what I want. Like I'll do what you want, but like yeah, originally I thought, I've been to Ginza a few times, the other guys haven't, so I thought, we'll go there, it's pretty good sushi. Anyone that knows me, literally, it's kind of actually a running joke at this stage, Ginza, I suppose, CBam.
Mm.
It is very good, and it's actually, as far as sushi goes, it's reasonably priced too. Like it's not hectic. I've
It's
definitely had
dear
worse.
though. It's not
It's
cheap.
dear, it's not cheap, but like I've
but
had
compared to
worse.
others,
I
what's
have
that
had
one in the
much
center
worse.
of town? Is like Zen or something? Is that it?
Yeah, yeah,
I wasn't a huge fan
it's
of it.
sushi's not brilliant
Nah.
anyway. Um, but yeah, I thought, we'll go get the usual. For me, that's like two rolls. But Jake's inquiring about bringing in the full fucking Japanese Navy here with one of these boats. It's
Like
like the sushi Titanic or something, isn't it?
I've never had a boat and I really want a fucking boat. So I'm gonna phone them up and get basically if they tell me like multiple options of boats, I'll bring it back to you, I'll convey the info and we'll see. Maybe if there's like a 90-piece boat, we could tackle that all three of us. Or I'm also contemplating, I just love Japanese food, so I might go like a ramen and then some sushi on the
Sushi, some
side. If
rolls.
if I'm not liking the options for the boat because I really want to get a boat and I really like nigiri at the minute, I've learned. So that's basically what I'm going to bed, kicking my feet every night, thinking of Ginza.
We'll be
Yeah.
fucking rolling you out the door like a Mackie roll, for
Yeah, I'm
God's
a
sake, by the time we're
furnace.
done.
I'm a furnace
Wrap Jake and seaweed, like.
or a Mackie.
Honestly. But no, it should be good. It only took Darren going to Australia first to finally organise it. So,
Yeah, that's bad.
yeah, that was good.
He was the
Um,
issue. Sick, darn.
but yeah, um, I suppose another one we need to touch on as part of this. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Just to uh, bring this up, but oh dear, it's asking me to fucking give it permission and all the rest of it on the Mac. But yes, of course, I'm talking about the Muscle Contest Ireland dates, which have just been announced. And unsurprisingly, I'm sure for everybody listening to this after the first episode, it was revealed that the Naturals Muscle Contest Ireland is in fact also happening on September the 6th. Um, which isn't great because that's the same date as the WNBF Ireland. So essentially, what we have now is we have four shows, for the natural circuit over here in Ireland, split across 2 weekends. Um, so yeah, if that doesn't sum up the state of things over here, I'm not really sure what does. Um, yeah, it's just mad to me. Like, I think Brandon said it on the podcast you were on, Jake. Like, what do they get out of that?
I
Um,
have no idea. Like,
Nobody
what's going
benefits.
on?
I
Like,
just I can't understand it. I can see it maybe in terms of they need a venue, but just change the venue. Like it doesn't have to be the same venue you're doing it at
yeah,
every year. It's bonkers. Like
I know that the PCA one is yeah, the PCA one is also the same day as the enhanced show. So maybe that's, why the PCA Naturals is on the same
that
day as the NBFI. They have the venue that day, but yeah, I still just think it's a bit mad. And it's not great. I said it last week. I don't want to just repeat what I said, but it's not great for the sport. Obviously, whenever we're trying to grow bodybuilding in Ireland as much as possible, we're not blessed with the biggest community, even just awareness over here. People still look at me like I've two heads sometimes, especially in like work or whatnot, when you're like, yeah, yeah, I'm a bodybuilder, but I'm natural. It's like what? I don't know that they exist, mate.
hmm.
So yeah. Um, but no, that was obviously a great one as well. Any opinions on that, guys? Not surprised.
not really. I just think it's like I genuinely just want to know like what is the reasoning, but we're not never really gonna get the reasoning, are we?
Yeah,
They're not gonna come out and say this is why we put. That's never a thing. They don't tell you why they've put
no.
a that date. Like,
Hmm.
I
Sure.
honestly think that muscle contest show might be the most dead show of the year.
Nobody's gonna do it.
Yeah.
If you wanted an easy overall muscle
here,
contest, just do it.
mini cut. I'll start the pre-prep early.
I
Oh,
was I was thinking about that show. If it wasn't on that date, I was maybe gonna do it as the third one.
is that one in Dublin? Two shows one day.
No, Limerick.
Ah,
Fuck.
Yeah. Limerick. So yeah, it's a bit of a troop as well. But if it was yeah, if the dates lined up, I was thinking of doing it just because Nico done it last year, didn't he?
Hmm.
And
yeah.
like yeah, a bit of an easy win, but like it's a show, it's a warm up, so yeah. Um but no, disappointing, but I mean as I said last week, I might go down the two bros arc or something else. So all hope is not lost, but yeah, just disappointing for the community, I suppose. And now we're just gonna have fragmented lineups at basically every show this year. Um,
And every show is going to say this is a national title as well. But then you could be getting the top five bodybuilders in the country split across
Split across them.
like different shows, and it's just
Yeah,
you obviously want to be the best and you want to do your best, but you want to do it in a good lineup as well. You don't want to do it against
yeah, against
people who are not up to
subpar,
scratch.
yeah,
No.
subpar opposition. Yeah, the ideal is four shows over 4 weekends. Give
Mhm.
competitors as much choice as possible. Like there should be so many shows that you're going, like I'll give that one a miss, you know. Um, but yeah, no, obviously on our soil anyway, we don't have as many as you would have over mainland UK. So
It's almost forcing people to go to England.
yeah,
If you
um,
want to do really well and you've got big goals, you'll have to go to England at some point.
yeah,
There's no point
I
just
think if you have a smart coach and you care about your season, though, you should be going to England. You should.
yeah,
yeah,
regardless. Oh,
yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's levels to the game, like and without being disrespectful to like potentially anyone else in the Irish circuit, we are kind of like at the bottom of
I think
the levels.
you're on a high dose of dilutable if you don't think we're
Yeah.
level down from England. To
Mate,
be
honestly, I would probably say like,
England's
the
quite
Irish shows, WMBF Worlds, and then the MBW or like the UK DFBA shows, like they're different level.
ridiculous, honestly.
Um,
Jake
100%.
was taking the piss out of me during the week for coming fifth. At the
I
UK FBA.
I have to cast something up. It's either that result or it's your back lat spread, or I've nothing really else to
Nothing
fire at
else.
you.
He was taking the piss out of me for coming fifth in a British finals lineup as a junior. So
Bro, I would have smoked that class. Just hold the front lat spread. Kick, side chest. No, no.
no,
Not
front.
today.
I'll just
Not
stay
today,
here.
mate. You don't want to see that one. You want to see this.
Sure, we don't know what Jake's gonna look like by the time he's, capping off his junior, um, his time as a junior. So yeah.
2 years. Wonder, I've got one of them we countdown apps and days till prep. Now, obviously, this is a rough idea. 486 days in the grow, but oh, that's not even. No, wait, start of prep, yeah. 486 days to grow and be somewhat respectable.
486 opportunities, isn't it?
Nah, it wouldn't be that many because there's this thing
There's
called
the
rest.
rest day.
Yeah.
Yeah, mid rest days. That's where the muscle growth happens.
Oh, that's an opportunity.
Yep.
Enough, yeah.
Do we want to crack on with some questions?
Then
Anyone
on,
else?
do you
Dave.
want to do yours first or mine, or will we just take it one about?
We'll take it one about just in case we're going for ages here, because there have been quite a lot, I think, of questions sent in, which is obviously very much appreciated, guys. Jake, do you want to start?
Do you want a funny one?
Aye, sure. Let's start with a funny one.
From Megatron. I think shouting the people out is good.
Yeah, definitely.
Question because we appreciate it. Would you rather have to shit out a pineapple or piss out a grape? Now, I personally think you have to go grape here because imagine the spikes of a pineapple coming out of
Yes.
your anus. Mate, your digestion would never be the same. You'd be
Even the
ruined.
size of a pineapple. Like if
Would
imagine the
be a
pineapple
small
was actually
pineapple.
imagine it was a melon and it was smooth,
Oh,
it would still be painful. Still be
oh,
painful,
oh.
like,
Fuck me.
Hell
and then
no.
the added spikes just ruin it.
Yeah, I
I
think it
actually
has to be
bought a
the grape.
pineapple today from Asda, so it's like fresh in my head what a pineapple is like in real life, and mate, that's not coming out of you. Like, but similarly, a
The
grape,
grape,
mate, the diameter of a grape coming out of your what's that?
urethra.
Urethra? That's gonna be tough. Like,
Like, mate, your jab side would be like that size at the end.
Fuck me.
you
Yeah,
shoot heavy loads.
I'll be honest, neither outcome really interests me,
I'm
but
gonna die
I'd
either way.
rather just eat the pineapple, to be honest. Can I
yeah.
choose
Can I just eat the pineapple and the grape?
the one with grape?
Fructose.
Fuck me.
Uh,
All right, go ahead, CBam.
Um, okay. We'll go with a slightly educational one first. It comes from Coach Donal McAllister, also a fellow Irish champion. For up and coming Irish naturals, best coaches, posing coaches, hey, and where to get trunks, etc. So I think he's really just talking about, it's like a crash course, the basics that you should know really for up and coming Irish natties. Who wants to start in this one?
should we go trunks? Where do you get your trunks from?
Yeah, Bell bikinis for me.
I'm Iron Eagle. Although my blue ones are from Iron Monkey, but they're an absolute shambles with delivery and stuff.
So
And
do you
then
still get like your show ones online?
yeah,
Yes,
Really?
I was Iron Eagle as well.
yeah.
That's mad to me.
Do you go and get yours like fitted?
Yeah, so like I went to Emma from Bell Bikinis for my bodybuilding trunks. Unreal. Like such good
Really?
service. Yeah. Like she'll show you the fabric, everything. Obviously, bodybuilding trunks, if you're looking for classic trunks, I don't know if she'll make classic trunks. She probably does. But like the bodybuilding side of things, you get to pick color, all the rest of it. And even the cut, like how much of your
Yeah, yeah.
glutes do you want showing, all the rest of it. Um and yeah, like it doesn't even take that long, and she does take like I think she called it like a pattern. So like when I go back to her next year, she has my previous sizing and all that. She'll just whop it out, make up a mock-up pair, and then adjust it as need be.
I'll do that when I'm actually competing. But for now, the
Yeah,
just
obviously.
character works like.
The See, to be honest, she's not that expensive either. Like it's the same as usual. The girls get shafted. Like a bikini's what, like 4, 5, 600 pound. Those trunks,
Mental.
like I was really surprised whenever I got two pairs and it was like 100 pound, and I was expecting it to be like double that. When you consider yeah, okay, there's not much material there, but the time, it's just mad. But
Color of the like reddy purpley ones? Is
I
that
have red ones and blue ones. I have two pairs.
are you getting a new pair for next season?
Yes, probably going to get
Okay.
one pair. Probably going to get one pair, and I may get a pair of classic trunks as well.
Oh, here
We'll
we
see.
go.
We'll see.
Here we go.
It depends if I can learn how to vacuum and if Butcher can teach me how to hit a fucking crab most muscular. It depends how confident I am going into the season. But I've kind of thought about it and was like, it might be a bit of fun. No pressure though.
Mm.
Uh,
But
that touches on another part of the question, posing coach, Butcher.
mhm,
He is your man. I put
mhm.
up a post yesterday of that
A
site,
chest.
and obviously
Yeah.
I wasn't working with Butcher. From the left photo was taken, but my posing did sort of like level up when I even just like talking to you. I only got in for a few sessions in the seminars, but like my posing like drastically changed when I went over to
Even
Scotland.
even you just like messaging me from time to time, just being like, "What do you think of this shot?
Yeah.
What could I do better?" Just little things like that
Yeah.
make a big
Just
difference.
wee tweaks. That's what posing is. I think just wee tweaks that you're constantly trying to like refine the pose. When I went over to Scotland, like Lewis and stuff did say like, why are you actually like good at posing? And that's when the seminars were going on and stuff, and it definitely paid dividends. I actually consider myself most poses. I'm happy with how I hit them right now, whereas there were a car crash a matter of 6 months ago.
Do you have posing shots on MBW, Jake? Really old ones? I think you
Don't
might.
pull them up, mate.
I
Don't
think you might. I'll
don't
have to
pull
go and
them
check.
up.
I'll have to
No,
go
this
check.
is when I was like anorexic by coming out of my
Yeah,
diet.
yeah, yeah. But like, I remember. No, the reason I bring it up is because
I
I do
definitely do because
remember.
you commented on them. It was like, oh, in a mega position to start growing
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
mate.
And
And
this,
I
I was
remember
right.
seeing
To be fair, it was a mega position to start a
oh,
60 pound
it was.
push up.
Agree on
Um,
that.
yeah, no, I even remember you were asking me for some advice on the posing side. But no, I would echo that. I think Matt Butcher is the guy. I think I also have to give James Melville a bit of a shout out in
I
that
would
he
shout
helped.
out James as well because James helped me for my first season
Yeah.
over doing the classes at the compound room. But the only thing is that I almost feel like he's a little bit he can be a little bit cookie cutter at times. As in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is how you're supposed to hit the pose. You need to do it like this. Like especially looking at side relax poses, I'm like, some people just shouldn't be posing like that.
Mm,
But I think he was like he was the first person I ever got kind of posing knowledge of. So
yeah.
and he's a great poser himself. So I would recommend him too.
Yeah,
One thing
his
I'll say is that posing is something you don't teach yourself. It actually
No,
hire someone
no.
and help let them help you. It's you won't look good if you're trying to teach yourself your posing.
I think my biggest fear with my first prep was just looking out of place. I wanted to look like I belonged on stage, and thankfully the feedback I got from every show, even at Worlds, I think I came off stage and James, AJ, Emma Curvin, and Laws kind of all said to me, they were like, you literally were the best poser on the stage. Like you carried yourself so well. I think for me that was the most like without a doubt the most satisfying part of the whole process. But I did invest quite heavily in posing coaching from James. I think I must have had 15 to 20 sessions with him. Thank God I did because the early ones I just didn't have a clue. I think posing goes overlooked by so many, especially in Ireland. You see, yeah, some examples of not great posing. So
I forget your fella's name, but he went to your seminar at our fitness butcher. He
Paul,
completely changed him.
that was mental.
yeah.
I could not like I was actually kind of shocked because we only had about 6 weeks maybe.
That's probably your biggest like transformation to date
I'm
posing.
like annoyed I didn't get more shots of him at that seminar. I got some bits of him, but like he genuinely came and did not know how to hit pretty much any pose.
Hmm.
And to then getting him on stage where I think he got third in his classic lineup at PCA Ireland, in like a
Class.
lineup of five or six, and he was hitting pose as well. I was like, geez, like that's unbelievable. So
That's
very happy.
Um, yeah, I think my advice on the posing stuff would be start early. Don't leave it at your arse because the idea of being 6 weeks out from a show and not having a clue like your man really makes me feel uneasy. Like 6 weeks out, I was only good for being put in the bin. Never mind starting to learn how to pose. Um, obviously
At
needs
6 weeks
must.
out, you want to be drilling rounds for conditioning
I
and
yeah,
not
I
just
say
about
this to
learning the
clients.
pose.
I say this to them. I was like, why not get your posing up to the correct and standard it needs to be now when you feel good, and then throughout prep, all you have to do is maintain and
Mhm.
just make little tweaks where your physique is maybe coming in a little bit more. Where, let's say, for example, a little bit of body fat drops off your adductors. So you're like, okay, well, maybe the stance needs to come in a little bit more, or the waist comes in more. It's like, oh, we can maybe hit this shot a little bit more front on. Like your body will change throughout prep. So making those tweaks is probably going to be the main thing. And then using posing as a bit of a like an expenditure tool.
Yeah,
Like you've done that, Jake. You've done a CBam. I've done it using like when you pose properly round after round, it is fucking hard. Like it's expenditure. Your heart rate gets up probably to like 150, 160 at times.
at the
And if
peak
you're
of
doing,
it, yeah.
yeah, if you're
Be
doing like,
sweating more doing that than in training at times.
yeah, 100%. So yeah, I say to people like invest now when you feel good. And then by the time prep comes around and you're dragging your arse, all you have to do is put that energy that you do have into your actual training sessions. And you don't need to worry about your posing. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
um
So link
also
in
think
bio.
like she was yeah, Lincoln Bio. In terms of like other divisions though, like obviously I'm doing bodybuilding classic,
Coiler.
men's physique, coiler.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, if you're looking to compete in men's physique, I would definitely be probably hitting up Josh Coyle. PCA, was he PCA Pro? IFBB Pro,
I don't think he was
obviously.
PCA, but he was IFBB, yeah.
IFBB Pro, men's physique. Obviously no longer competes, but still is a very, very well-respected coach over here and has had some great results with clients in men's physique. So other divisions as well. To be fair, Andres obviously has transitioned from men's
Hmm.
physique to classic. Um, but yeah, he would be the first person I would probably recommend.
I think a lot of people do just go online now as well.
Yeah,
Like
I
even a
know.
lot of people here, people in
Well,
Northern Ireland, or Ireland, I'm saying, well, you know what, you might actually get more from online. Like
yeah,
you don't have to drive and come see me. You can just do it in your house, 45 minutes, that's you.
yeah,
So and then they get all the screenshots. It's in the same location, same angle, everything. So it's pretty easy to work off. So I
yeah.
always try to
100%.
tell people online works.
Yeah, 100%. Um, the last part was just coaches in general. Um,
In UC let's get us
yeah,
going.
just me and Jake really.
The only coaches actually.
Yeah, no, it's sort of a weird one. I have to mention James as well. He's got a good track record of getting people on stage in very good shape. If you're talking about people just over here, for me, it'd be James Melville, you know.
You said that to be fair. Like
Yeah.
would be
Like
your
Kieran Wilson,
Yeah.
look at his season.
yeah.
James coached him, done very, very well. There's a few guys going next year as well that are coached by James. Forget his surname, but his name's like Adam Factual Physique or something. He owns
I
that
know who you mean.
uh Naze brand. But yeah,
You'll find there's like it's like they're similar to natural physique coaching where we all have our like natural physique in the name. There's
yeah,
loads of them. There's the AKA method ones, isn't there?
yeah, yeah. Um, there's those
Excellence
guys.
physique, Yams, he's part of that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, outside the obvious ones over here, like, Wardy and all that,
Mhm.
there's not that many high profile coaches. Obviously, like Matt McCullough, Ben Gardner as well, to
Those are
be
like the
fair.
main three that we kind of see. But yeah, they work with a lot of naturals, but I suppose
More
I
so on the
work with
enhanced side.
advanced, yeah.
For me, if I was recommending a coach to a natural looking to start over here, um, for me, it would be James, obviously AJ, but whether everybody has maybe the budget for that to work with the guys at the very, very top, especially if you're young, who knows? But it would be James, AJ, Tim again, 100% I would recommend. Um, and then outside of that, it's probably Finn, natural physique coaching. Can't think of too many others.
There's almost so many coaches if you start thinking about England, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something you should probably, the benefit you get from a coach seeing you in person probably shouldn't dictate whether you go with someone from your country. In my
No.
opinion, I think you go for the quality of coach, even if that means they're across the water.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me. I honestly think like take a look around, make sure you make the right choice. But for me, there's a reason I went with AJ and a coach across the water. I'm sure it's the same for yourself, Matt. Um, Jake, obviously, Mr. Solo over here, but you certainly have your favorites as well. I know. So yeah, that kind of answers that one. But I think you need someone obviously with pedigree, but you need someone as well that you get on with on a like a you know personal side as well. Um, in order to succeed. But
Question.
yeah. Jake,
Next one.
next question.
Leo Hamilton, holiday locations for next year. Anyone got any trips coming up?
I've got Amsterdam in January, which I'm
Lovely.
looking
I love
forward to.
Amsterdam. I
It's
think
for
Prague is nicer to be fair.
yeah, well, this is for a rugby trip, so it's like I think we're flying out Friday, have a full day Saturday, and then we've got the match on the Sunday. And then I might be staying an extra day and going training with Dylan, Dylan Van Manen.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, might be. But he so the issue he's got is that he works at like an internship from like 9 till 5 or 8 till 5 or something. So it's like, do we
There's
then train before or train after?
yeah, early
So
one.
I might just end up coming home on the Monday. I don't know.
I've got Japan in 49 days
No
time.
way.
I'm going to
Really?
You
Japan.
like sushi, mate? Do you?
And ramen and every Japanese cuisine and
I don't
anime.
think you've ever mentioned this.
Yeah. Well,
Have you
it's
got the sushi socks on though?
no, I don't. They had to go into the wash, mate, because I've cut my ankle and they were covered in blood. It's blood and guts.
Oh, brilliant.
But nah, I can't wait for that. I think that's going to be the trip of a lifetime.
Yeah.
I've nothing else booked. I'm not going on the annual family holiday actually because I want to lock into my bodybuilding after being away for 2 weeks in Japan. But I'm sure I'll get away something. I do love a city break, to be fair.
Are you, CBam, are you thinking of going away during prep at any point?
Not currently, no. I was gonna say my only plans are hopefully Calgary for the WNBF Worlds in
Yeah.
November 2026. Um, no, I currently have nothing planned. Myself and Lauren kind of have the arrangement as well that we're not really doing much next year. I'm competing and she's finishing off her studies. So we've kind of known about that. That's why we traveled quite a bit this year. So I've set myself up for that. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do anything though. Potentially could end up on a city break or like something spontaneous, but I'm gonna try and just keep things to a minimum so I can lock in the travel. One thing I can confirm, I will be going to Ultraflex in Derby for a week. Probably July or August time when the bulk of the work's done and I can get some sick reels with AJ with some Hans Zimmer in the background. But no, just as well to get into a different environment and just train and yeah, really just train somewhere that it's not the dock, it's not somewhere on this side of the water that the environment's maybe not as good.
I'll definitely be going over to see Tim quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think like any time that I'm actually in England, I'll probably go see him, even if it's just for a day, just so we can see how things are.
Anytime I'm at a gym over there, it's just so motivating or something. Like it's different.
Well, he's obviously got his own gym as well,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
unit.
Do you
Yeah.
like that kind of kit? You're not like, you don't really care about Prime realistically, whereas I'm a snob. Like Prime, for a gym to be good, it has to have Prime, but his is all like Nautilus.
I like this Cybex, Nautilus,
Yeah.
Atlantis, those kind of ones. If it doesn't have Prime, I don't care. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I need the adjustable profiles or I'll just go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah. Now you Arkham have only what two pieces of Prime. I really like that. It's all Cyvex and Nautilus pieces. I do really like that range of kit as well. But no, nothing else really for me at the moment anyway.
I think I might go like right before prep starts, like deload the week
Mm.
before prep
Go
and go.
binge.
No, no,
Somewhere
man,
and just
just go off for a week in the sun, relax, take a week off work.
Sun.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I actually looked at flights and stuff. I'd be probably go to Fuerteventura, Canary Islands.
mm,
So I get good weather all year, so do that.
The
yeah.
sunny holidays don't do it for me anymore. Much
It
rather
depends though. If I'm trying to relax before prep, that will do it. No, I don't want a city break where I'm doing 50K.
30. Yeah, that's fair enough. But even the drip you get to wear when it's like a cold holiday as well, when you can
But
start.
when you've got a national title body like me and CBam, you want to get it out. You can't get your rig out in Prague, but you can do it on a beach in Spain.
You can't go away on holiday somewhere sunny, peak off season as well. It's
You
tough.
not remember my rig sitting out in
I do.
Hollis? It was a
Um,
bloody
I remember it well. I've that photo saved as a favorite on my phone.
sight.
I've got the Lisbon one where you got like caught mid shot. Do you
Yeah,
remember you were like turning around?
It's horrific, lads.
brilliant.
Brutal.
Should
Look,
actually
everybody has to do a push up
Yeah,
60,
we've all
circa
been
60
there.
pounds at some
have
stage.
to take it that far, lads.
Oh dear.
I was
Um,
thinking about this the other day. Say if my stage weight goes down to 160, I was sitting 55 pounds above my stage weight. Like that's fucked. 55 pounds.
That's a lot. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as
Imagine.
I start hitting like 30, I'm like, bro, like,
most I've gone to 40.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was comfortable. That's the thing. Like I felt so natural. Like no issues with the biofeedback or anything, but I was just a fat slob. And that's the polite way of putting it. And I didn't even realize it was that bad. But now looking at shots, I'm like, ah, that wasn't great. Like, why did
yeah,
I?
you got strong though.
Oh, I got really strong.
That kind of links into the next question if we're ready for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question from Patrick Manelli. You can only get stronger or bigger for the rest of your life. Which one are you picking?
Oh,
So we talked about this one, Seagram, didn't we?
Yeah,
I like this one. If
I
So
did
he
as well.
we'll let
You
Jake
go first.
say
if
his
he's
answer.
made this up, that's a good question. I rate that. Since we are bodybuilding, you have to go bigger.
Yeah, I was surprised that you've said that.
Yeah, so was I.
To be fair, I haven't prepped, so I don't know if I enjoy that side of the process. I might do my first prep and change my answer and be like, "Ah, I'd rather just keep my training productive." But right now, I'm assuming I'm gonna love prep. So I'll go with bigger. That'll be sad though. Imagine me. What's my weakest lift? Like, if you stuck me on a high incline Smith, I'm doing no more than a plate and a half a side. Imagine being stuck at that, like fucking prime years.
You'd just be doing pump workout, like
Oh,
just
I hate, oh, don't say that.
just do it for the mind muscle connection, do it for the
Oh,
stimulus and the
God.
burn, mate.
Yeah,
I think I'd actually enjoy that, doing like loads of drop sets, but just staying massive
No, you're getting massiver.
and getting big. Oh, mate, that'd be brilliant. There'd be no
Or
fatigue.
it would be fun. You'd literally go into the gym with like no pressure of beating the logbook and just be
Yeah,
like, get a
yeah.
fucking nice
sure. That's
workout.
what I was saying about my training like months ago when I just ditched the logbook. There was no pressure on training, just went in and enjoyed myself. Did like
Yeah.
drop sets and stuff.
To be fair, that it actually doesn't sound so bad. Now, I mean, imagine going in just being able to like stick on the hammer strength leg press and just get like a nice squeeze on your pecs. Like that would be lovely.
A
And just,
leg press.
Hammer strength leg press.
did I say leg press, I meant chest press.
I was gonna say, what are you doing?
Don't.
Lying up against the top of it. Yeah, no, I think for me it's definitely bigger. I literally could not give a fuck really about strength. Like to a degree, obviously I want to be strong enough that I'm able to like perform, like if I always think about like those stupid scenarios, like in a fucking zombie apocalypse, if some dickhead isn't strong enough to be able to pull himself or like do a pull up, like pull himself up the side of a lorry, I'd be thinking, right, I'm worried here.
So as
But
long as
like,
you can do one pull up or chin up,
As
yeah,
long
like
as you can
as long as I have enough strength to just,
live.
RDL
perform and
four
live.
plates per one rep,
Yeah,
then you can constantly get better.
exactly that. RDL 4 plates per 1 rep without my back snapping into. I'd be happy. But yeah, I really couldn't care less about that. I think a good example is, touch wood, this doesn't happen, but like my stiff legs, I'll hover around 180, 185 kilos at peak, maybe 190. I have pulled 190 before. I think 192 was the most. I have no doubts. Whenever I'm on prep this time next year, I'll probably be pulling 160 for sets. But that's fine. I just don't care. Like as long as I'm shredded and I look good, I don't care.
You hold
Um,
on is the main thing.
Literally, yeah. As long as I look better next prep than I did previously, that's the main thing. The
Right.
visuals, really.
One gym you want to train out of that you haven't before, and what's the main reason for it? Who wants to kick it off? Do you have your answer? Because I have mine.
I don't have mine.
I don't.
Uh, I've never been to an Ultraflex gym, so you'd think it would be an Ultraflex, but no, mine would be Dungeon in Dubai. Because hearing the plates and just having no music, that's like my dream. I hate the music playing in the gym. It's like nobody's actually, if you're listening to the gym music, what are you doing? Stick AirPods in, stick headphones in, and if you're not training with headphones, you're maybe with a training partner. Like no one's going in and doing their session to like radio songs, top charts, Cool FM. So
Really
he
surprised you've said that because I actually thought of there.
seriously,
I thought of there too.
Yeah.
lads just copy me like
No, but I'm
No,
just
no.
surprised you said it because you're literally the most anti-Dubai person I've ever met.
yeah,
Oh, but
that's true.
CBam, your lifestyle, you always go to Dubai.
See if they could like just lift that up and place it over here. I just love it. But I don't think I'll ever train there because I don't think I'll ever go to Dubai.
There was one gym I saw AJ posting about.
The one in Austria.
Das,
Oh fuck! Well, yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking of, but that would be my answer.
Das,
That's Jim.
Yeah, that's gym.
you know.
This it was in the one in San Diego. It's just called the gym. AJ literally said, "No better way to kick things off than legs at the gym. This is honestly one of the best gyms in the world."
Fair enough. I don't
So
think I've seen those training clips.
it's the one of the hack squat.
I'm not a disciple that scrolls through every one of AJ Morris's training clips. Sorry, guys. No, he is the king though.
Yeah,
I'd go Dash Gym for my answer.
that's Jim. It's a tough one for me because I've been lucky to train at quite a lot of gyms. I've been to most of the Ultraflexes except Derby, which we'll be going to for the first time next year.
It's getting lost.
Um, hmm?
Tick that off. Box that
Box
off.
that off, mate.
Wait, did you not go to Ultraflex Derby?
So remember we were in Castle Donington and I was gonna, but then the Uber was 30 quid each way and I was like, it's not worth it. So
Oh
I
yeah,
went and trained in Ultimate Fitness in Brum.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Um, well, yeah, no, for me, I actually did know of the gym in San Diego, and I'll go with that one. Because I do know it's very, very nice. It's got great kit, pretty much everything you would need. Outside of that, I was gonna say Dungeon as well. The only thing that worries me about Dungeon, I've never been to it. I just went to Benos when I went to Dubai, but don't know how big it is. So next time I go, hopefully I'll get to check it out and see how big it is. But every time I've seen someone training it, it looks like quite condensed and quite tightly packed, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just know if you were prep, sometimes like me when I'm
It can be
prepping,
a little bit too
it's a bit
much.
like, bro, get out of my like get off my deadlift platform,
Uh,
you know. Um, but yeah, okay. Um, I suppose another good one from Shay McCall. Biggest interest slash hobby all three of you have outside of bodybuilding.
I can kick this one off as well if you want.
Yep, go on.
Movies and TV shows, basically. That's basically my life. Like my bodybuilding variables or whatever, the day-to-day tasks of that, work and movies, TV shows. Like at the minute, what could I talk about? At the minute, Fallout is weekly releasing on Wednesdays, Pluribus is weekly releases on Fridays, and then just like movies throughout the week. Like if you follow me, you'll see how often I'm at the cinema. Like
Yeah, flat out.
pretty much a joke. I think it's actually such a good hobby to coincide with your bodybuilding because you think of the parasympathetic state you're putting yourself in when you're watching a movie. Like my heart rate can go sub 40 BPM when I'm watching a good film. And
Yeah,
that's doing bits for your recovery, like opposite of stressed.
yeah. Butcher.
I don't really have much to be fair. I was just thinking about this. I
Uh,
suppose rugby,
I was gonna say rugby.
rugby, MotoGP, football. I do like them. So like sports.
MotoGP?
I love my bikes, mate. Yeah, the bikes are good. It's just, you know what? It's like there's three different classes, so three different races you can watch. And they'll do qualifying, they'll do a sprint race, they'll do an actual race. So the race is on a Sunday. So that will be like from 9 o'clock until like 2 o'clock. That's all I'll watch. And see during prep, it was like go out, get your steps done, just relax and just lie there and watch MotoGP. So it is good. Like, I'm trying to get into like TV shows and movies.
You're watching Stranger Things at the minute, aren't you? Or
Yeah,
just
it's scaring the shit out of me, mate.
you're scared of Stranger Things?
I'm not gonna lie, mate. I'm sitting there in the fucking. I'm on season 4 at the minute, and this fucking Vecna thing is terrifying me.
Not a thing. He just is Vecna back. Oh, I can't wait. We have
I
uh,
don't deal well with jump scares.
a
Neither do
week,
I. Yeah,
a
me
week
neither.
till more Stranger Things releases. Can't wait for that. So,
Um, go go ahead.
no, I was saying
All right.
you
Um, yeah, for me, I suppose there's two. There's cars and there's gaming, which is mad. Like I studied game development at uni, so like go figure. But yeah, for me, before I got into the gym, like I was like tier one, like gamer nerd, like the guy. Just literally, I think I must have like 1,000 plus hours on Destiny 1. And like I use the example all the time. I would have cared more about like my COD rank or like my GTA Online rank than actually how I was getting on in real life. Outside of like, the studious side of school, which I was always quite good at, but mate, like over time, it just kind of compounded. And by the time I was 18, I was like super out of shape, not confident, like the total opposite of you, Jake, which is why I ended up getting into the gym. And I still love gaming, but like back in the day, I was like proper nerd,
nerd.
like, yeah, like get the pre-orders in July. In July for the fucking games coming out at the end of the year and get
September
them in
coming.
and get them paid for so that there's no chance you'll not miss the release date. Whereas like now, don't get me wrong, I've still got the PlayStation here. I've been playing it a fair bit this week, but at the same time, I just totally detach myself. I use it to chill out. But it's kind of funny, like you're talking about TV shows and stuff. I never really had interest in that outside of like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, like the top ones, because I always looked at stuff like, bro, like whilst it's interesting and like, I think it's a better thing to do if you're like with someone, like a girlfriend or whatever, like family or watching something. The way I always looked at games was I was like an hour there, I'm leveling up, I'm doing something, I'm getting something back. Whereas like a TV
Progressing, aren't
show,
you?
yeah, yeah, literally. So it kind of
I know what you
transfers
mean.
strangely to the gym. But that's always what put me off. Like even movies and TV shows, like I am that guy. A lot of times people talk to about like, you're talking about movies and they'll be like, have you seen such and such? And I'm like, nah.
See, I that's why I love be like watching loads because then you can have conversations
Patience. Yeah.
about them. I think it's like people sit and doom scroll in their bed for 2 hours while I've watched a film. They can't make a conversation with someone about their 2 hour doom scroll. I can talk about this film for donkeys.
I just hate picking the wrong thing. And then I'm like, I've wasted, like if it's a film, I've wasted
Yeah.
2 hours of my life.
I avoid this because I like watching any film because I log it on Letterboxd. So no matter what I watch, it's still getting logged, and that's like that form of progression you were talking about, CBam, with the games. It's like my diary goes up one by every movie. I'm
Mm,
like approaching 100 movies from this year, which is actually it's a bad performance from me this year.
that's mad. A
It's actually a
hundred
good shout
movies.
doing that though.
What?
That's a good shout doing that though. Because I would
Love
be
it.
like, yeah, I'd be like, I'd watch something, and if I didn't like it, it's like that's it.
Yeah, that's
Got
part.
nothing from it.
Yeah,
I love logging them and you write your wee review, and then it means like you can go back and see what you thought of a film and stuff.
Yeah, I like that, mate. I like that.
good stuff.
Right. Is it whose question is it? Mine?
Yeah, well, we'll do one more each.
Yes, I've
Probably
only got
for
one more.
probably an hour and a
Quite a
half.
long one to be fair. What made you get into bodybuilding? We can skim over it because if we went in depth, be like
Yeah,
with drag.
go ahead, you first.
Me first. My first introduction to bodybuilding was a Reese Fit leg press reel. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll drop him a follow. And then from that, I got introduced to Josh Campbell and stuff and just started following more and more people in the scene. Found out about the Once You're in podcast, and it just spiraled from there. But actually, that was the bodybuilding intro. But then, like actual training, I started off like powerlifting. And then, like, I thought this is going to be what I like to do because I love the idea of setting up, throwing my bag at a deadlift platform and sitting there for 2 hours, just doing SBD. But then, like, I sort of sacked that idea off and then started training for fun. And then that's when the leg press reel came up. And I was like, I always want this is my sort of personality. I always want to take things to the next level, and I couldn't just keep the gym as just like a pastime. I needed it to consume me, like my life. So I needed to go to the next thing where it's like all consuming, yeah, and that is bodybuilding in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's all in.
Butcher.
Butcher.
So got into the gym through rugby, but immediately as soon as I got into the gym, it wasn't like performance based in any way. It was like I want to get fucking massive. And I think like even when I was younger, I was always like wanting to be the strongest or the fastest or the biggest. And then watched a lot of like WWE. So like obviously they're fucking absolutely massive. And I was like, oh, I'd want to look like that one day. Same with like rugby players. That my favorite players were the biggest, the strongest ones. So I always had that kind of in the back of my head. And then whenever I started the gym, it was like, okay, I'm going to the gym. Who's the biggest person I know in the gym or I've heard of that goes to the gym? Arnold. So just followed whatever Arnold did, and then that kind of got me into bodybuilding. And then as soon as rugby dropped off when I was 18, 19, it was just all bodybuilding and just took off from there.
Yeah, mad. For me, it's kind of a does link into what you were saying, Jake, about the progression side of things. I just started going to the gym with uh one of my friends actually, who at the time I'm still very grateful to this day. He basically had to drag me by the balls into the gym. I couldn't really be arsed, but like I needed to change something. I was not in shape, didn't really have much going for me. I needed to lose weight. Like I definitely came from the side of things rather than maybe being, super light or being like a hard gainer. I was on the opposite end of the spectrum, definitely a bit higher than the ideal percentage of body fat starting off. So started training really just for the, like uh, just the vanity side of it, really, just trying to improve my physique, make some progress. I didn't even want abs, to be honest. I just wanted to like get in shape. And then it progressed from there. A couple of years later, started putting on a bit of muscle, did a few photo shoots, and then after I done like the first photo shoot, I was like, well, what's next? Like, what's the next thing? Um, I've done a 12-week diet, which at the time was like mad. I was like, oh, 12 weeks, like no off plans, like bro, that's insane. So it's like, what's the next thing? So then I thought about bodybuilding. I actually had a conversation with a few people, and I kind of came back to, well, if I don't do this in my 20s, if I never step on stage, I might regret it. Like it might just be cool to try it because I have a half decent physique. So then I joined AJ, started training towards stepping on stage, done it, and realized that I love it. And it's kind of just progressed from there, really. But it's been quite a sort of natural progression, I suppose, since first just stepping into the gym and literally not having a clue, thinking that you have to. I remember I used to think like you had to be able to bench 100 kilos before you could even go into the gym, you know? So yeah, I honestly have just come from the ground up, really. Um, so it's been a bit of a natural progression, but definitely very grateful that I did decide to start training and didn't just stick at the grind and Call of Duty flat out. Um, but yeah, will I finish off with
Yeah.
the last question then? There's a couple of good ones here, which I'm gonna save for next week. Um, we'll go with Elwisa. Favorite off-plan meal?
I will be here all night.
Oh, fuck. You could have chosen a
Look,
quick one than
look,
that.
it requires like a quick discussion.
What do we talk, lads? Are desserts beating savory food for you and you're like tier list? Like a Ben and Jerry's tub, is that beating a savory meal?
I don't think so, but I love a
No.
Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, I love a BJ. Fucking proper. I think actually I can't answer that yet. I need you to go first.
You think we could, if I say on off plan, you give your opinion. So like burger, like a Five Guys, you're a big fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I think there's
And you're a big fan,
not much
CBam.
better.
Yeah,
I'm not though.
a
Not that
big
I don't think
fan,
it's
but
good.
I
I just
wouldn't. Right,
it's like
mate.
it's good, but I wouldn't get one for an off plan.
Really?
Right, the best way to do this, right? It's like the final off plan you can have before, mate. You're starting prep January 1st, and you're not finishing until November WNBF Worlds next
I
year.
know what I'm going
What are
for
you
then.
having?
I know what I'm going for. I'm going for an Indian.
Oh, that's a
What a
shout.
shout! Yeah,
I'm
where
going
from?
for an Indian. Bengal brasserie or Spice.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
two crackers. Spice,
I've had two
big up
Indians in my
Spice.
life. Loved them both, but they were both abroad. I've never had one over
Mate,
here.
we'll go to Spice someday because it's like
Post
Yeah,
workout
20 minutes
Saturday.
down.
it's so good. It's unreal. It's really, really good. Um,
Mine would be between a burger or Japanese food. And if I'm getting Japanese food, it's a ramen and sushi on the side, maybe some gyoza to start. I think that's what I have to go with.
Yeah, like if we say like final meal, then you
I'd
could have
probably get,
burgers. You could have burgers and chips as well. It's not just the
yeah,
burger. You can
and
get
Ben
everything that
Jerry's on
comes
top
from
of
it.
that.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't think I'd put Ben and Jerry's. Oh, I haven't even mentioned the pastry. Just for not in terms of actual enjoyment, but
we're
like
not food focused at all here.
I'm trying to keep myself food focused so my digestion's on point.
Uh,
That's the excuse. Like the actual application of just a pastry, or well, application is not the right word, but like implementing a pastry as an off plan in your push up or
like
something.
going
It's
for
so
a coffee
clean.
and a pastry.
Yeah, like that's so much better than getting a burger and fries. That has such little impact on your digestion, your body weight and stuff. So I think I could actually go pastry, an almond croissant, peak, peak life, make a way out of it.
mate, I have to be real, right? If it was somewhere here at home, it's gonna be sushi or Chinese, right? But the one place that I'd actually be like, yo, here, like, we'll go. Like, if we were all starting, like, prep on the same day,
Always.
mate, Cheesecake Factory.
I have a feeling you're
I
going to
think
say
it would blow
that.
your mind. I actually think it would blow your minds.
I've
Like,
been to be fair.
it was shite when I went, like, 5 years ago in America, but what
Yeah,
see the memories I had, like the food in Dubai, I think it's next level. Cheesecake's very good, and I know a lot of people don't rate some of the savory options, but the ones I've gotten, which have
What have you
been,
had?
uh, I've had the Korean spicy chicken and rice, and I have also had something else which was quite similar. But they were kind of like chicken and rice based dishes,
Yeah, but
but
there's
they're still very high
awful
calories.
lot.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still like 1,500. I don't know what the fuck they fry it in. Like, bro. But yeah, it's still really, really good. Like, for me, if I was going somewhere to like take the biscuit, it would be there. Um, and the cheesecake's nuts as well. Like, it's actually unbelievable. So,
I don't think I've had a rip the piss off plan in quite a while.
Quite a while. Yeah. Neither have I. I've just not really. I think I don't entertain the idea anymore the same way that I used to.
Hmm.
Realize there's no point in them. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually
I think it just
fail.
doesn't even cross my mind anymore
No.
because it'll just set me back so far. And I
Back
feel
so
like
far.
I'll eat a certain amount and my brain's just hardwired to go, all right, you've had enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call it there.
And there's always that moment of, oh fuck, well, should I
Yeah.
go out for a 20,000 step walk here to try and get things moving? Because I
Oh,
suppose
digestion. You
I
need
do have to deal with the repercussions of this decision tomorrow. Um, yeah, but no, that would be my shouts. But we'll leave it there
to.
for episode 2.
Good one.
I suppose we also just need to wish everybody listening a very Merry Christmas, as yeah, we'll obviously be back probably, mate, we'll be back on the day of the off plan.
Yeah, it'll be the 27th.
It'll be a pre-Ginza podcast, Jake.
Oh, we're gonna be all
Can't
fucking
wait to spend
tired.
45 minutes talking about what we're ordering and the status of the
Well,
boats.
yeah, we'll know about the if the Navy's coming in or not.
Uh,
Japanese Navy.
Fucking
Japanese Navy.
How many pieces do you think the boat will be?
Mate, I
60.
have no idea. I need 90.
Because if it's 60, me and Jake could do that easy.
I think so. If it's just nigiri as well,
Bring the
like
Osmo.
mainly nigiri and uramaki and stuff, I'll bring it.
Yeah,
Bring that thing.
we're vlogging.
But yes, no, have a good Christmas, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Anything else from yourselves? What we'll call it here.
That's it.
Yes.
We're
Thanks very
good.
much for listening, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.